This week in Apex Legends, we have a bevy of returning game modes from limited time modes of the past, those being currently Kings Canyon After Dark, followed up in the coming weeks by Armed and Dangerous, Dummy's Big Day, and Live, Die, Live. Before we get into that though, a quick word from EA, our sponsor for this video. The Apex Legends Global Series, which is their esports series that has been going on for quite a long time now, is continuing this weekend, September 12th and September 13th. Make sure you check out the Summer Circuit Playoffs, Day 1 and Day 2. On the first day, September 12th, starting for APAC North at 6 p.m. JST, and the Americas will start at 12 p.m. Pacific Time. As for Day 2, September 13th, APAC South will play at 2 p.m. AEST, and EMEA will play at 2 p.m. BST. If you're looking to watch Apex Legends being played at the highest possible level, make sure you check out youtube.com/playapexcompete, or check the link in the description box down below for the schedule, for the videos, for the streams, everything you could possibly need about competitive Apex Legends. Now, back to our regularly scheduled content. Right now, we are in what is called the September Soiree, and the gameplay you're watching is the first of the limited time modes of the September Soiree, Kings Canyon After Dark. This has been one of the most favorite game modes, or most favorite, I guess, map variations of the community for a very long time. So, of course, I'm very excited to see it back. Again, here's just some raw gameplay of some matches I had earlier today, just as some background footage. Now, what's coming up next? We have Armed and Dangerous. For those of you that are unaware or do not remember, Armed and Dangerous allows you to only have shotguns and snipers. There are no other items in the world. Basically, what happens is you can only get Mozambiques, Peacekeeper, EVA 8, Longbow DMR, G7, and the Triple Take. Any attachments that are not used by either shotguns or snipers are disabled. Gold variants of these weapons will spawn in high-tier loot zones, as well as airdrops. The Kraber and Mastiff loot values are tuned, so they will spawn in late-game airdrops, and very, very rarely as ground loot, about 1 to 2 per game each. The body shields of blue, purple, and gold rarity, as well as helmets of blue, purple, and gold rarity are all disabled, so you only can get white armors. The ground loot drop chances are reduced by 45%, and your bullet counts and stack sizes are modified. Light rounds will only give you 16 per brick, 32 per inventory slot. Energy ammo is the same, 16 per brick, 32 per inventory slot. Heavy and shotgun rounds will give you 7 per drop. Heavy rounds will stack to 14, shotgun will stack to 28, which is actually a lot. Overall, the loot density is reduced, but it's all about just low armor, fast time to kill, snipers, and shotguns. So expect Mastiffs to run rampant, expect things like the G7 to be really, really strong. Even the Triple Take now is going to be, it was already good in normal mode, but in this mode it's going to be really, really strong. Mozambique, now having 4 in mag, is going to be threatening, especially with hammer points. So this is going to be a very fast TTK mode with not the best looting opportunities. If that is your flavor, make sure you give Armed and Dangerous a look. In the third week of the September Soiree, we will have Dummy's Big Day. So in this mode, you play as what is essentially a test dummy, like you would see in the training mode, the firing range, or in some of the animations displaying other Legends finishers and animations that may involve other characters. They will be used in place of them. So, the major selling point of this mode is that everyone plays as the same character. You have the exact same abilities, the exact same hitbox. The only variation is that your color is, as far as I know, random? Although it may be that you actually get the color you pick on the screen based on which legend slot they're filling. I'm not sure that that actually works, because I remember always getting random colors that were not the one that I wanted last time this was around, but maybe I'm just really bad at this game. I don't know. Either way, you will play as a dummy. So you will have a specific set of abilities as a dummy, which basically work as follows. Your passive is called Good Hustle. It does nothing. Your tactical ability, or your Q, is Loot Spawner, which has a 34-second cooldown. And basically what it does is it will spawn a single random piece of loot in front of you. So you just want to pretty much use it on cooldown, give yourself free heals, free ammo, free little things like that. Your ultimate ability is called Panic Button. It has a 3-minute cooldown. It will choose one of 3 effects at random. The first one is called Emergency Dance Party, which will spawn 5 decoys, basically just like Mirage, which will mirror your actions and kind of like a big ring around you. Next up, you have the Emergency Loot Pinata, which will basically drop a huge cluster of loot, basically almost as if you're vomiting it out forward. Like, it will just explode forward from you. So you want to make sure you're looking in an area that will contain the ridiculous amount of loot that will be spawned. I mean, it's like 20 items, give or take. It's a lot of stuff. It's really funny, actually. The third random option is Emergency Area Heal, which will completely heal all players in a radius around you, including enemies. Now, I don't specifically know the radius of that circle, but, you know, it's quite large. And again, remember, it will heal enemies, so be very, very careful when you choose to actually press the button. Overall, this is actually a really cool game mode, again, for the original point that I made, where everyone has the same hitbox, everyone has the same animations, everyone has the same character, there's no low profile, there's no fortified, it's just everyone is just a plain Jane, neutral, regular old legend, and that, in my opinion, is actually really, really cool. Games in the last many years have gone to hero-based systems, have gone to, you know, different characters and champions and legends, whatever you want to call them, having way, like, drastically different hitboxes and animations and movement styles, and sometimes it feels really, really good to go back to the basics and have one character model, one animation style, one hitbox, and just everything is the same, and it is always, every single time, who is the mechanically better player, who has the better positioning, and not, you know, who's playing the big fat character versus the really skinny character with better animations. In some fights, it's just always pure mechanics and positioning, which I think is great, at least sometimes. Next up, we have Live, Die, Live, which is pretty simple in and of itself. This is your standard vanilla Apex Legends with one simple twist. Once the ring closes and a new round begins, all dead teammates will automatically and instantaneously be respawned. Not only that, they will spawn with some loot that corresponds with the level of the ring. So I don't have exact values for you of what items you'll spawn with at what times, but just as an anecdotal piece of evidence, I do remember at about ring 2 or 3, spawning in with blue armor and an R301 that was kitted out with either all white or all blue attachments and a little bit of ammo on it. I think earlier on you get a P2020. At least that's what it was last time we had Live, Die, Live. So basically the strategy here and the idea here is you, generally speaking, do not want to take a fight within about 30 seconds of the ring closing and the round changing, because when you do that, that means that if you don't completely wipe that team, then 2 of their teammates are going to come back. So unless you really want to pump your kill stats and get a bunch of kills on a team that you know you're better than, it's probably better for you to not engage that team and wait for the round to actually change and that respawn wave to occur before you actually begin the fight and start to commit to that. So give it a try, see if you like it. And with that, everyone, that'll do it for this week. Thank you all so much for watching. I hope you enjoy the September soiree. I'll see you again very soon. Take care.